so that the good people of River State will understand why we took the path of peace. This council secretariat was built by the immediate past chairman. And for me, because I know the history of this council, how it sought for fund and how it was executed, this is supposed to be a legacy project for him, that whoever is going to come after now will continue to remember that at a certain time, a certain person did this for the LG. But look at what we're seeing here today. Must we go low in politics? There was an election on Saturday. The council, the new council chairman were inaugurated yesterday. We are aware of the boasting that they will not be allowed to access the secretariat. And we were happy early hours of this morning when the Inspector General of Police directed his men to vacate the premises for easy access of the new elected officers to resume office. And immediately they took advantage of that space to destroy government facility. Who is the loser? The new council that is coming in, the fund that will be applied to other things will now be used to fix this place. Are we not really acting as if we're not responsible? It's an act of irresponsibility. Even if one advises you to go and destroy a government facility, you would think twice. Please, I want to say this to the entire River State. If you're called upon, play your politics with a sense of responsibility. We don't need to kill ourselves. My time will come and I will leave. Do I need to burn the government house? No! We all know where this is coming from. That is the truth. And everybody knows that it is not from my supporters. But I leave all to the security agencies to do a thorough work and let us know the people that are behind this arson. Thank you.
No wahala. But there is something I want you to possibly have observed, everyone watching this, is the number of able-bodied young people that if you have never seen such like anywhere else except in that Nigeria. Young people who are supposed to be gainfully employed or be somewhere fully active and productive, they are readily available for the political shenanigans like that, including if they want to use them to cause arson, to burn down properties, to shoot and kill themselves, stuff like that. They are always handy and available in that Nigeria. So when you watch their videos, this is part of what you should be paying attention to. The amount of able-bodied men and women that are available for political shenanigans in that country. Because what would they do? What text would they do? There's no real job anywhere. There's no real work or anything. So if you have a chance of belonging to any political group, right, you have to be there physically so much enough that you think you are defending what is yours. Yours is your turn, it's your turn, it's our time. So therefore, we cannot let them get away. We must defend this or that. Because there's nothing else to do. Nothing else. Pay attention to that. It's almost everywhere. The north, though, the south, though, they are there. Political angers on. Political jobbers. The real victims of a failed country, so to say. But we'll leave that again and go to another thing. Now, this particular one is, I don't know which one we should go for first, but I think we should go for this. The news of the arrest of this guy, Akwi, Speed Darlington. Speed Darlington, to some, is a musician, an artist. Even to himself, is an artist. To others, is a comedian. To others, is just one lousy attention seeker. But overall, Speed Darlington could be all of that. To the point that, to some, Speed Darlington is one bigoted Igbo boy who is more or less like not different from the Runukus. He talks in such a way that you are likely going to like and hate him at the same time. Enough that some will rather just ignore him. In the last few weeks, right? Or should I say, in the last few years, it's been like that kind of character, different character to different people. That guy has called out people unprovoked. I'm talking about on social media. He has called them out. He has called people names unprovoked. In fact, if I happen to be one of those who don't see through, you know, the who doesn't have the sort of the demerits to just kind of ignore some certain people, I'll probably be hating on him. Why? I've heard him said so many horrible things about Yorubas. Yes, I've actually heard him say things that are like, oh God damn it, man, how could you say that? But to me, I just kind of see him as somebody who has a mental problem. Enough that's what Yoruba calls wiredunwo koshe bilomo, like wiredunwo koshe bi. You feel they see wiri, you feel see somebody will get mental health problem like a lunatic, right? And you can laugh, you can, but you don't want to have a lunatic as a son, kind of. But this last few weeks, he has taken on a Burnaboy in such a way that sometimes, right, I just feel like, man, could somebody probably just maybe, you know, take it up with him, like in a proper process, in a proper way. Remember the story of Puff Daddy, the arrested Puff Daddy for sexual exploitation, rape of, you know, underage minors and stuffs like that. That's been on our media for like 3 weeks or so now, or more than that. And there has been so many social media platforms. I'm talking about social media profiles or personalities who have been feeding from that news endlessly. When the news now came that, in fact, he was probably having some sexual relationship with some of the artists, right? That he has had encounter with. And they found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. So people have created tens of thousands of content, especially for those who they have seen with him. I'm talking about artists, young, old, and all that. Justin Bieber, who was pretty much like, I have seen so many contents people created to create different kind of stories. Most of them, they are not true, they are not real, but social media. So you have to kind of sift through them. And to be able to keep your sanity, sometimes you just have to like a swap and just move on. But this Speed Darlington and some other people in Nigeria who have decided to also feed from it or farm from it. Social media farming, they call it. You can raise up nonsense about this story and you can possibly see millions of people watching it. You're going to make money from it, even though if it's not true. So there is no, I mean, there hasn't been much released factual, you know, stuff from this PDD stuff. But most of what you are seeing out there, they are creation of so many content creators. Well, we were all happy. Maybe not all, but I personally felt so good for the Nigerian artists like Wizkid, the artists like Burnaboy, to be precise, right? When they made it to their Grammy, and it was like everywhere people spoke about it. But apart from this, I quite enjoy some of their music, even though I am not really into them. I prefer this my old schools like Akwala and the Fujis and all those things, Yoruba, some of the other, high life, reggae, stuff like that. These are my own thing. But these guys, there is no way you won't hear their music, even if you are just listening to radios in the UK. Nigerian hip hop, Afro beats, Afro this, Afro that. You just like, I want that one on Nigerian music. Who did that? Right? Then when they said they found over 1,000 baby oil, the next thing people started creating memes. Enough that some were even insinuating that, oh, it was after some of these Nigerian artists met with a PDD. That's when they actually got a Grammy. Again, some of these innuendos and all this nonsense, right? But Akwi stood out. In his own, he was kind of making content that were like directly at Burnaboy. I'm talking about stuffs that are really, really ridiculous to hear. And ordinarily, Burnaboy, like others, right? These are international artists. These guys, I can probably bet my left yansh that these guys work their asses out to get to where they are. And as international brand, there are some certain things that you are likely not just going to let go like that. Agreed. And the best you could probably do was to take a legal route to protect your brand. Okay? If this guy goes on social media unprovoked and is saying all these things about you, if he lives in the US or he lives in the UK, okay, the most you're going to do is to get, number one, get your legal teams together to get in touch, to stop him. But that's not how it is in Nigeria. So what Burnaboy did when he got to Nigeria was, first, he called his own court guys called Big Seven. There's a court group in Nigeria called Seven. I don't even know if it's a real thing. But Burnaboy himself said it's a real thing. Big Seven. Courtist, court guys, Big Seven. They use guns. So they took it personal enough that he decided to, number one, get the Nigerian police involved. And you know that in Nigeria, people don't really hate oppression per se. In fact, it is believed that if you, by any means, offend a big man in Nigeria, you are on your own. Even Nigerians themselves will tell you that freedom of speech, there is no freedom. I mean, well, you may have freedom of speech, but your freedom after speech is not guaranteed. And that is why in Nigeria, what you have to do is to try and make money and then get connection. The number of police commissioner, or maybe police IG, or somebody somewhere. So if anybody does anything you don't like, just get the police to take them away in a Gestapo kidnapping style. And that's why we're having this chat this evening. So what happened? Since Friday, it's about 4 days ago, Akwi, who made the video calling on Burnaboy to come and answer that Puff Daddy didn't shag him to get to make him to get him his first Grammy. I'm just only asking, come and tell us that this or that. So when Burnaboy got to Nigeria, in a Nigerian way, called the police, and in the police of the criminal police in Nigeria's way, they started tracking him. When they finally got him, they kidnapped him, cuffed him, and took him away. They didn't notify his family. They didn't notify anybody that is from his neighborhood or whatever. is next of kin or not, because the purpose is to kind of show him that don't ever talk about a big man like that. Let's see where get money past you. Let's see where get more popularity past you. So we have to show you, not by law or anything. And they locked him up until his family raised the alarm that he's been missing. They turned off his phone so that nobody can get in touch with him. Typical Nigeria way. And then Burnaboy went partying, and as usual, he started bragging about it, right, on social media. That who else is missing? The gutter behavior, which only exists in that contraption. And guess what? Nigerians, like I told you, who never really hate oppression per se, they are there, just like that of Falano. Immediately. Have you seen the video? He said that Burnaboy should go and help his mama. Burnaboy should go and say, shut up your mouth. It's called free speech. I can say anything I want. I keep telling you this. And I know some of you are typical Nigerians. You will never agree with me because that's how you are raised. I was raised like that too. But how can I live in a civilized society? A society that says that I can say whatever I want. As long as, number one, I'm not actually threatening you, which can involve the police. Whatever I say to you, I can call you anything, any name, whatever I want to call you. It's called free speech. You need to understand that. Well, Nigerians are not raised that way. You get that now? That is why they will be jumping up and down and say a big man can use the corrupt system, okay, to punish somebody they don't like. And they will be right. A big man can lock you up for months until people start begging him. And then the people who are like other oppressed victims, so they will be like, why did you say that? Yeah. You said you shouldn't have said that. That's why we are saying that there's freedom of speech, but there's no freedom after speech. What the heck? Burnaboy won't try that anywhere outside Nigeria. No, you know, go try him. He knows that Nigeria is a place he can try that. So what did they do? They took the guy away. They locked him up. They didn't contact anyone to say, oh, he's with us. So they didn't take him to court to say, okay, this is his crime. Oh, but they locked him up. And then as it is Nigeria, oh dear, everybody is now dropping their own think pieces all over social media. Why it is right. Nobody can destroy somebody's image. How can somebody destroy somebody's image like that? You, Mayegun, can you take that? It is not about what I can take or I can't take. It is called civilization. It is a gutter behavior. That's why most of you in Nigeria, what you have, you are so poor that the only thing you have in that contraption is money. That's why you see them, big men with money, but no sense, no nothing. A system that doesn't really work is stagnant enough that you can say, it works well for them. But I have video here. See, I have the clip of what they said he said. And then that prompted the Nigerian police, the criminal police in Nigeria, right, to act on behalf of a man who has image to protect.
Everybody just they rush, they go America to snap with Didi that year. But in no time after Burna post his picture with Didi, the next year I've been at the same particular year, Burna won Grammy. You understand me? All I they do since na echiche. So I just they wonder, Burnaboy, this video, I they ask you question. Don't get offended. Now question I they ask. How many oil did he drop for your nyash before them give you that trophy? Burna, how many oil them rob for your nyash before? Burna, I'm asking you serious question. Them say them see 1,000 bottles of baby oil for Didi house. And I know say after you snap with Didi, you won Grammy. How many? I see magazine. You know they put oil for my body before they go give me kiniko. I just collect them off of merit. You blow after you snap with P. Diddy. You was under his arms, sucking up to Black America. Burna, come to this comment section and clear something. We want to know. Sucking up to Burnaboy don't mean shit. I am Odogu. That's my language. Odogu is masquerade name.
It's not a nickname. If anybody is gonna claim Odogu as a nickname, me is qualified. You dumb fucked in the ass, motherfucker. You out here shouting Odogu, Odogu, Odogu. I'm like, look at this punk. You trying to be like us. You trying to be like us. You trying to be one of us. You now one of us. Because if you are one of us, you would have known that Odogu is not a nickname. Go fuck your mother. You now one of us. Everybody's tough in Lagos. Everybody is a G in Lagos. Come my side. I'm G'd up, motherfucker. Everybody's tough in Lagos. Everybody's a G in Lagos. Come my side. I'm G'd up, motherfucker. God. Fucked in the ass, motherfucker. Out here sucking Burnaboy's dick in my comment section. Come my side. Come on the road, Imo State. You know if you pass road with me at the pass. Yes. At the pass where I'm, you know the pass. Everybody's tough in Lagos. Come my side, you fucked in the ass, motherfucker. You run naga, I'm yanaga gaya. You fucking bastard. You come on the internet, you they shout to Dagu. I'm like, is he a god? Everybody's a G in Lagos. Everybody's a G in Lagos. Come my side if you a G. You fucked in the ass, motherfucker. I'll make another oil video. Nothing mega. Nothing mega. If you a G, come my side. I mean, know the price where me pass. You fucking bastard. Odogu anekwo Odogu. Odogu anekwo Odogu. I'm like, Odogu my ass. I am.
It's so unnecessary. But like I said from the beginning, the guy is somebody that I am not his, I'm not his fan. Okay. And ordinarily, I would expect somebody to actually act or take action, but not the way it was done. Because what they did was really, really unbelievable for an artist of his caliber, so to say. I know some of you will be like, I should have mind this. You heard me right, okay? This is not in a way to sort of, like say, anybody supports all the nonsense he had to say there, okay? Somebody like me, I will probably take offense too if somebody begin to kind of rubbish my efforts, okay? And all because of what? Social media clout. No, I won't let that go just like that. But Burnaboy is a typical Nigerian. He knows that, or he believes that justice will be so slow if he decides to take it up with him. Right? So the only kia jungle justice that exists in that contraption is to get the police, take him away, lock him up for a few days, if possible for weeks, until he begs. He begged, I said, please, I'm so sorry, please, I'm so sorry. Just to make himself feel good. Right? So a typical Nigerian will prefer that. And I can see some of them in the comment too that will be like, hey, now if to say na me, well, if you didn't try that one with me, what are you going to do? Eh? You're going to get boys to beat him up or even possibly shoot him? Yeah, that means you are going to kind of justify all I have said as well. A typical Nigerian living in a jungle, in a place that is even worse than a jungle, a shithole. Burnaboy lives in the UK, is lived in the US, right? They're not born in Papa well to call American police and say, please, I want you to go and help me pick up so person who said something about me. lock him up for me. Can you do that for me? It's not going to happen. They won't call the police in the UK and say, somebody said this is about me online. I want you to arrest him. It's not going to happen. The only reason why anybody will arrest anyone in this country is going to be what? If they want, maybe decided to start doxing you. Doxing means they started releasing information about your family, your address, for whatever it is called social media clouds. That is a crime. Then there is something called social media bullying. That exists as well. But social media bullying simply means if somebody is inciting people against you, here you get now, like